Welcome to One Question at a Time, the TSI series. Question number 133. The length of a rectangle is 7 inches more than its width. The area of the rectangle is 30 square inch. What is the area of a square with the same side length at the width of the rectangle? Same side length as, so that equal the width. Okay, so we have the length is L is equal 7 more than its additions the width. The area of the rectangle is equal to length times width. That equals 7 plus W times W. So we simplify it by distribute it. W times 7 is 7W. W times W is W squared. And this is equal 30. It's given. Okay. Now we solve for it. What we target is we want to know what is the W. Okay. Because the question asking is the area of the square. And that will be W squared. Area of a square with side S, that will be S squared. Okay, so we have S is equal W. So we have W squared. So let's come back to the equations, the quadratic equations. You have W squared plus 7W. If I subtract 30 both sides, I will have one side is 0 and left hand side is W squared plus 7W minus 30 equals 0. Now we can use the AC method to solve for this. AC method said you have ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Now your a, b, and c is the coefficients. Okay, so you find two numbers multiply together equal a times c. And then you find the same numbers above, you add them up, you got b. Now, we have w squared plus 7w minus 30. So my a is equal 1 because here is 1 times w squared. 1 times w squared is w squared. Is write nothing in the front, but we know that the coefficients of w squared is 1. Okay, so b is 7, c is negative 30. Please include the sign in front of this number as well. Okay, so a times c is negative 30 because a is 1 times negative 30 is negative 30. b is 7. Now, what is two numbers when you do the multiplication? Is negative 30. When you add them up, it's 7. So I will leave out all of the pair. We have 30 and 1. And of course, one of them will be negative to make it negative 30. So we have 15 times 2, 10 times 3, and then 6 times 5. Okay, so which one make it when you add them up will be 7. So to find it, we know what is the difference between the two numbers. Make it 7. 5 and 15 is not, is 13, right? So only 10 and 3 is maybe. And what negative will be is have to be with the smaller numbers, so negative 3. Because negative 10 and 3 will be -7. You want 7. So the result is positive number, mean the positive numbers on another side will be bigger than the negative one. Okay, so 10 times -3. Because A is 1, so we just need to do the plug-in. It's not X, it's W. We have W right here equals 0, and then we just plug in plus 10, positive 10, and then -3 here. Now we solve for it. We will have W at 10 times W minus 3 that equals 0. Remember, we have the zero factor theorems. If A times B equals 0, then A will be 0 or B will be 0. So to solve for this, we use the same technique. We have W at 10 that equals 0, or we will have W minus 3 equals 0. Here we minus 10 both sides. We have W equal -10. Here we have at 3 both sides. We have W equal 3. So look at this. This is the measurement problem, right? We cannot have any negative measurements. The length cannot be negative. We don't have any people have the hey -5 feet 6 or -6 feet 5, right? We never have anything measured. So for example, if you measure your room or your window, it cannot be negative. It's at least something. Or the smallest one is 0. It's nothing, right? So this one is less than 0. So for measurement, it's not the answer. Okay. So W equal 3 is the correct answer. But they don't asking for the W, right? They don't asking for what is the side or what is the width of the rectangle. They're asking for the area of the square, which is this square right here. They're asking for this square. Okay, and they're asking for that square, so we have to continue to plug in. We have the formula right here. So A area of the square will be W square, and W is 3, so 3 squared that equal 9. So 9 square inches is the correct answer. So be careful for those questions like this, because it's easy to just say, hey, W equal 3. In this case, they kind of gives you like the really nice numbers, which mean it doesn't have 3 in here. But how about if they say, hey, it's 3 square in square right here? You might choose this as the answer because you're done with your calculation here. But it's likely they don't give you that choice. Okay? Because the right correct answer is 9 square inch. Thank you for participating in this series, and see you next time.